All right, Todd's back because of the holiday. The little kids had our first soccer practice yesterday, and I had to run 2 practices in a row because whatever, we couldn't do it on Monday. I mean, I was like every 3 minutes, I'm like, water break, tweet, water break. Like water break, like.
And that was for you, not for the kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah, oh, no, they kept playing. Yeah, I was on the side.
They don't even notice it. I mean, they do. Don't get me wrong.
It was hot.
They're much more tolerant of it. It was very hot. Yeah, my kids. They had their games last evening. I mean, we didn't have kickoff until about 6 o'clock last evening.
Because at least there was some shade down there.
Yeah, but the varsity team went before the JV team, and it was. I mean, heat index on the field was probably 100 degrees.
I saw a couple high school games actually move their times back an hour.
They did.
To try to avoid that. So.
Yeah, we had teams that went up to. Was it Lake Region, I think it was, and they had to push the games back a little bit until later in the day.
Well, that's a smart call. So.
It is, yep, because it was a scorcher. These were some of the highs from yesterday. This is the 90-degree club. Bangor 91, Freiburg, Rochester, Wiscasset, Augusta, Millinocket, where what you don't see is Portland, though. Once again, no 90-degree day in Portland. Hasn't happened yet this year. There's only been 7 years since 1940 where that's been the case with 0 90-degree days. Last time was in 2014, and we averaged 5. Yesterday's high in Portland was 88, not even the hottest of the year, although I feel like it felt the hottest. There was no wind at all. The air was just not moving, and that's going to be an issue today. We didn't cool off much last night. We're right around 70. Of course, our humidity levels are sky high. Atmosphere not moving right now. This high is pumping the heat and humidity right around it into New England. We await this front. It's starting to move, but it's going to move ever slowly our way. As it gets closer and closer and closer, our chances for showers and thunderstorms rise, with a tiny one today and a higher one by the weekend. This morning, we're going to have some visibility issues. There's some patchy fog, there is haze, and there's also some wildfire smoke from Canada. So the air is thick, it's heavy. You're going to feel it as soon as you leave your house or apartment. It gets uncomfortable very quickly. Middle of the day, Triple H's again. Hazy, hot, humid. Our temperatures rising through the 80s, not much of a breeze to keep the air moving. And then during the afternoon, a stray shower or rumble of thunder through the mountains. Other than that, no rain at all to offer relief to Maine or New Hampshire. And our feels like temperatures, even if the thermometer doesn't hit 90, will feel like 90 plus again out there. It'll be really close to 90 in Bangor, Augusta, Lewiston. It should hit it in Freiburg and close to it in Sanford. Portland gets close, coming up shy again with a high of 86. So the year of no 90 will continue. And also continuing this midsummer feel for the rest of our week. As I mentioned, as this front creeps our way and inches our way, the shower and storm threat rises with scattered ones by Friday, scattered ones on Saturday, and by Sunday we're looking at more in the way of action with showers and thunderstorms. So it does get wetter over the weekend. That front is going to be critical in what happens to, yep, we have a named storm, and it's Tropical Storm Lee. Goldie, you hear that? He wants it to be a hurricane, but he doesn't want it to hurt people. He's a kind soul. And as of this time, he may get those 2 wishes granted. We shall see. This is expected to recurve, but if that front stalls, the East Coast is in play. This is deep into next week, so we've got a lot of time to watch it. There's the marine forecast. Seas 2 to 3, wind generally light and variable. So there's the 7-day, another hazy, hot, and humid one, highs 85 to 90. Isolated storm tomorrow, another one on Friday and Saturday. We'll start out with some fog in the mornings, burning to hazy sunshine. And then by Sunday, there's more showers and storms around, so we'll be dodging those quite a bit to finish up the weekend. Early next week, that front will be trying to get through us. That means showers and downpours on Monday. And we'll go for a mix of sun and clouds on Tuesday with the front clearing us, which is, again, going to be critical because that would act like a barrier and not let any kind of tropical system get to the East Coast or for here in New England.
Best call I made was not taking the air conditioners out like 2 weeks ago when it was down in the 70s. I'm like,
yeah.
No,
we had some
just
chilly
in
mornings.
case. Yeah. So
Remember that?
Good call. So all right, thank you, sir.